Hey everyone, welcome to the weekly Unreal Engine Twitch live stream, live from the floor at GDC. So it's a little different than the Epic room, wouldn't you say, Mike? Yeah. Yeah, it's been really great. It's been a pretty good GDC so far, yeah?
Yeah, dude, like this GDC is amazing.
Yeah, it's been great. We've had a couple of announcements, a couple of little things, we've mentioned here and there. If you're at the show, or if you're at the show, you're probably not watching the Twitch. But if you're around and you need to swing by, come find us at our booth. We're at 1024 in the South Hall. So today we've got some guests. Well, this week we've got some guests of Epic here at the show floor with us, and they're going to be chatting about their games. So we've got all 9 licensees that we're showing in the booth. They're going to come up and talk about some stuff. And first up, we've got Fugitive Games, Into the Stars. So Ben, why don't you tell us a little bit about your game and Fugitive?
Perfect. Yeah, Into the Stars. We're kind of describing it as the ultimate captain experience, but what that really means is that you're the captain of this massive starship that's leaving your home planet that's been besieged by this alien race, and you're really in charge of the last remnants of humanity, and you have to take them across the galaxy into this new star system.
Seems very uplifting.
It's very uplifting. Well, it can be if you succeed, right? And that's the ultimate goal. So we want you as the captain to take control of your crew and the civilians on board and ensure their safety in reaching your ultimate destination, which is a new home for humanity.
All right. Well, sounds cool. So what do you guys had a Kickstarter?
Yeah, we did in January. It went really well. We were funded on Kickstarter, and thank you everyone for helping with that. That was definitely tremendous for us, and it's helped to make the game so much better. So closing in on that, and then we've been spending the last month getting ready for this here, and now we're showing today on the floor, and it looks great.
No, that sounds awesome.
Yep.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say the game looks great. Like,
awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
We had some inspirations from movies like Guardians of the Galaxy, trying to get like a rich and vibrant palette into space, because it's usually really desolate, not that interesting to look out into space. But you see a lot of like satellite imagery that has like these rich colors. We want to kind of capture that huge feel in a smaller scale and right in front of you.
Yeah. What I like most about watching Into the Stars is like the ship feels so heavy and it moves around.
Yeah, we worked a lot on that. Yeah,
got that really floaty, gigantic monolith thing.
Yeah. If you look at the ship, right behind the ship, you'll see a small city. So it's enormous. What it's carrying.
Yeah. So I'm gonna just beat up the video here. I don't know if we have sound or anything, but.
Yeah, it's cool when you're talking about scale. I mean, you can see some of these shots, like with the giant asteroids surrounding it, and you've got that slow movement. So, as a captain, you've got to stay on your toes and navigate, because you have complete control over the ship and where you go in this massive open world. So it's really up to you, like how you want to plot your course and find your destination, because there's so much to experience on the way. Whether that's investigating planets, trading with friendly alien races, avoiding hostiles. There's lots to do, and it's a really packed space.
Awesome. So yeah, it looks like we got some mini game puzzle stuff in there as well.
Yeah,
all kinds of tiny micro
get some variety in there.
Yeah, and you can see some of the stuff here. I mean, as the captain, you're control of your ship's systems as well. So you want to monitor your crew, make sure they're healthy, take care of your civilians along the way, ensure that you have the proper resources to run fun on your ship, and also, you're going to make a lot of discoveries along the way. So you want to try to enhance your ship in certain ways and swap out certain parts to make yourself that much better.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, well, cool, guys. Well, thanks for coming on and telling us all about it.
Thanks for having us.
Where can people find out more stuff about your game?
You can go to fugitive-games.com, and from there you can find everything you need to know.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Alden and Ben. All right,
Thank you, guys.
Thanks for having us.
All right. So we got Anna's off to grab the next set of talkers. So yeah, while we wait for them, what's the coolest thing you've seen at GDC so far? Or have you seen it? I mean, we've been kind of at the booth for most of the time, right?
But in our booth, though, we have, I think, one of the cooler things. The VR demo that we're showing, that we partnered with Weta.
Yeah.
Looks pretty incredible.
It's pretty neat, man. I haven't actually seen it in its production, environment yet. Not yet. No, I've been trying to, move people in and out.
Yeah. The line is pretty long, but it's totally worth sticking around and seeing the whole demo. I got in kind of early yesterday, so I just kind of walked in the room and put the headset on and played through it, and it's pretty incredible.
Yeah, I saw it maybe a week before. I know Tim
came a long way.
I know Tim Ellick spent quite some time making all the awesome effects happen. So
the gold and everything. Oh yeah.
Hey, look who it is!
How you doing? How you going?
Space Studios. Hey, Chance.
Michael.
Nathan.
Nice to meet you.
Hey. So I'm gonna flip this over now that Space Desk is up. So hi, welcome. Tell us a little bit about Space Desk Racers.
So Space Dust Races is an intergalactic combat racing party game. It's basically our love letter to...
Wait, say that again?
Yeah, I know, it's a bit of a mouthful. An intergalactic combat racing party game.
Intergalactic combat racing party game.
Yeah, so
love that.
Another way of saying it is Super Smash Brothers on wheels.
All right.
That seems to be one that people
so
get.
It's like Super Smash Brothers at Mario Kart.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's pretty incredible.
Yeah, Crash Team Racing is another big influence.
Oh, yes.
So,
huge fan of that as a kid.
Yeah,
Right?
we're getting a lot of that. There's a lot of throwbacks to old classics that we all loved. So it's a bit more like round-based combat. So everyone's on the same screen, and this is where the Super Smash Brothers comes in.
Gotcha.
You basically have to knock everyone else out to win. So there's no laps, there's no time.
Oh, really? So
yeah.
it's strictly combat.
Yeah, if you fall off screen, you're out. But you can mess with people. We've got airstrikes and ghosts and other things you can do to attack them.
Very, very cool. So you guys are based out of
Melbourne, Australia.
Melbourne, Australia, and you came all the way here.
Yeah, it was a pretty long
yeah.
flight, but
sure.
we're used to jet lag.
Well, cool. So what are y'all's platforms? What is like?
Yeah, so we're doing PC, Xbox One, and PS4.
Oh, right on. Okay.
PC's towards the end of the year, and we're actually doing a Kickstarter next month.
Oh, so you're kicking off a Kickstarter next month.
We are
Exactly,
indeed,
yeah.
and
Very
that
well.
will hopefully
Here's
get us
the
to
link
early
right here.
access. Yep.
Is it already live?
No, it's not live. So next month we'll have that going.
All right, I'm gonna see if I can.
But if you join our mailing list, go to spacedustraces.com and you can sign up.
Cool. So let's see. I'm gonna pull up your video here.
So the version I played is great. It felt kind of complete already a little bit. Like it felt
Yeah.
very polished, actually.
We
So-
got a little bit of local government funding to build a vertical slice.
Yep.
So, or a demo. So we've got one track. We actually got two tracks now. But at the point we did this video, we had one track, 4 vehicles. But we obviously want to create a lot more content. So that's what the Kickstarter is going to be about.
Yep.
Oh, very
Just
cool.
filling up there. So this is like a solid vertical slice.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
You'll see there's a lot of vehicles there as well. One of the weird things about our game that we've done is written a plugin for Unreal Engine that lets you use a smartphone as a controller. So you can actually get 16 players in one room playing, which is just crazy.
That is a little nutty. Well, awesome stuff. Yeah, we've been following the development for this for a while. I mean, it blipped up on our radar, I think, sometime late last summer.
Yeah, we've been pretty open about putting up early videos. I've got some tutorials I've done on the physics for the vehicles, and our blog we run through everything from our tools and processes through to why we chose Unreal Engine as well.
No, that's cool. Well, it's looking great. It's come a long way since then. Like, I'm super happy. I haven't been able to get my hands on it to show. It's a booth spin mob, so I can't wait to play. Thank you guys for coming out with us, man.
Cool.
Thanks very much.
Thanks for
Yeah.
having us.
It's really cool. It feels like there's a resurgence lately of just awesome local party games.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, some of the best times I think in my gaming career, if you'll say that, right, have been spent in a room. There's nothing with other dudes playing your game. There's nothing like getting up and then pushing your buddy as
Totally.
opposed to like online where you've just got griefing. And
Yeah, this
things
Christmas
like that.
break, I think I played like hours of Nidog. Have you played that game?
Oh, yeah.
So awesome. I played hours with just family and friends.
Simple, but really, really, really precise. Almost like what is it? Chivalry. Where it's like it's very simple mechanics, but you have to be really, really, really spot on. Hey, what's going on? It's our buddies from Neilo. What's going on?
Hey guys.
So you guys got microphones there. So hey, tell us who you are.
We are Magic and Mirrors. We're just a team of 2, and
I'm Michelle.
and a third person remotely. So yeah, a total of 3 people in our company, Magic and Mirrors.
Awesome. So you're working on a game called Neilo, which is here on the floor. I'm trying
This
to find.
game is incredible.
Yeah, where's your most recent video? I know we were just talking about you just
it's,
added a new one.
It's on YouTube.
Okay, great. So I'm gonna hop to
See
here.
YouTube. Let's not watch that one. That one's a much older footage.
Yeah, I was just gonna find your channel.
It's the GDC.
Yeah,
This
the
guy
GDC
right here.
team
Okay,
trailer.
cool.
So this is our latest trailer, and
Our newest baby.
All right, let's see what we got. So yeah, it's funny. This just yells to me particles. It's just particles.
Particles.
Like everything is going on.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of chaos
It's an
going on in this game. We're definitely take a lot of inspiration from the best twitchy shoot 'em ups. And we created our own formula of a bullet hell shooter, and it's called Neilo. And your main character uses His main weapon is an array of 4 floating mechanical hands that float around his body.
Called the Hands of Aphelion.
Yeah, they're called the Hands of Aphelion, and what they do is they're able to hold up to 4 different guns, and because they float around, think of them kind of like wireless Doc Ock arms, you know. So they float around and they move independently from his body, so they'll be able to like, you know, face behind them or in front of them, and you'll be able to switch between a third-person action mode and a top-down twin-stick shooter mode.
Yeah, that's the thing that's been crazy. Like,
using.
it's awesome.
All right, yeah, you can switch between a third-person mode and a top-down twin-stick shooter mode seamlessly using the left trigger on a gamepad or right mouse button, and you know, it's very helpful whenever you're surrounded by a lot of enemies to kind of change to that mode to get some to get a different perspective on your surroundings.
Perspective on what's behind you.
Yeah, exactly. And
so do your abilities change when you switch to that mode, or is it the identical combat?
Well, some of the abilities you can't do while you're in the top-down mode. Like you can't
do your melee attack.
You can't throw enemies, and you can't do melee attacks. That's another thing is you can also use ranged melee attacks with your hands. You can also carry not only just like 4 assault rifles. You can carry like all kinds of different weapons and fire them all simultaneously with different fire rates, different projectile behaviors, and different spreads. And
wow.
You know, definitely want the game to be very chaotic and a lot of things going on. You know.
Well, there's definitely chaos and a lot of things going on, right?
I call it delicious chaos.
No joke. What's that?
I call it delicious chaos.
Delicious chaos.
Yes.
Very awesome. Yeah, it's been one of the ones that's been floating around the office for a bit too, right? I mean, you guys have been developing for a little bit. When
Since October of 2013.
Okay, great.
That's when the game design document started.
Oh, right on.
I think when your first video floated around, it was sometime in April or something like that.
Yeah.
We were just like, what? Our particle system can do that? Like, we were just like, what? What is this? It's awesome.
Yeah. What is I wanted to ask, like, what is your dev spec? Like, what kind of computer are you pulling all of those?
We're both. I mean, we definitely prefer NVIDIA cards, but we're running on AMD cards as well. Okay. So she has a 5850 and I have a 7970. Or no, she has a 5870. But they're pretty close to what's in the consoles.
Okay.
So you know.
So it's like your min spec, if you will.
Yeah.
Okay,
so in case we ever do want to put our game on consoles, you know, we want to have our game optimized for that, at least to get good frame rate with all the particles and whatnot.
Cool. It's just super chaotic,
yep.
right? Like,
yeah.
Yeah, and you've got some more stuff in the works too. I've seen the video.
Yeah. We definitely have a lot more to show.
Yeah.
Like we're just showing like just the core stuff on the floor. You know, we have an endurance mode where it's just endless waves of enemies, and you have to keep fighting them until you lose your lives, and then you collect eye score. And we wanted to show that because we wanted to show off the core combat, you know, and there's a lot going on in the core combat alone. So, and then everything else is kind of, you know, because we do realize that the chaos can be exhausting, and there's other things to do in the game.
Farming?
No, not farming.
Something that's relaxing, fishing.
Yeah, but I mean, like you can do like platforming, and you know there are going to be some vehicular sections as well. But I'll talk more about that later. But definitely there's things that you can do to pace it out a little bit, you know, to keep yourself from being too exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for coming out with us.
Yeah.
We're really
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and if you're going to be by the show, definitely check them out in our booth. So.
Yep. Great job. It was awesome. 3 people.
Enjoy the show, guys.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. All right. Let's see. And all right, cool. I think Ian's off to grab the next. So, yeah, we were talking Weta. And, oh, hey, what's going on? Hey, Sam, you made it. All right. You just got in, didn't you?
Yes, I'm still wearing slippers.
So, still wearing slippers, you say?
Yes, I forgot to bring shoes.
All right, so this is Sam. Did you really?
Yes.
That's all right. I think there might be somewhere around here you can get some. Maybe.
I'm going to be in the mall.
Closer. Oh, very
cool. Is that good?
Yeah, you're good. So tell us a little bit about 310 and
Hi, well, I'm Sam. I'm a designer at 310. We're a company based in Los Angeles, and we're making a game called Adrift in Unreal 4. It's a PC, Xbox One, PS4 game. and also virtual reality, Oculus Rift, other VR platforms, which is kind of what we got our notoriety for. But we are also actually a game you can play without VR. We are a first-person survival experience. We call it experience because it's not a shooter, because you're the only person in the game. The idea is that you wake up in the wreckage of your space station. You don't know who you are or how you got there or how the space station got wrecked. And your goal is to find that out and get home without dying.
Another really uplifting, happy feeling game.
It's all sunshine and rainbows.
Yeah.
A game about guilt and recrimination and shame.
That's awesome.
And yeah, we've been in Unreal 4 since we started development. And being a game without enemies, it's been a lot of prototyping, trying to work out what it is that we do.
What your game is, right.
It's because we can't be just look at the pretty environment simulator, even though Unreal makes our environment super pretty. It's got to be a game. And so we've been using the blueprint system and doing mad prototyping to the point that our publisher was a little scared because we keep going, no, we're doing it again. We're going to start again. And it's now fully playable. We're approaching alpha. We're in really good shape. And we're also super pretty, which is,
it's beautiful. It has this serene vibe, even though it's tense. Yeah. It's like the pacing is, I don't know, something that amplifies the tense.
It's got this really weird, almost like conflicting feeling. Not conflicting, it's wrong word, but like contrasting feeling of both that anxiety, but like peace at the same time, right?
It feels like you have time, and then suddenly there's a do or die moment in the game, right?
Where you suddenly realize, oh god, I'm about to suffocate. Well, I find myself still, and I've been playing this game obviously for months. I hold my breath.
Oh yeah,
I'm like, I'm running out of air, and I'm reaching for the air, and I'm like, oh no. Then I get it, and I exhale. We also find in VR, people really get scared because of that. They start breathing, they start leaning backwards.
Oh wow, yeah.
So did you guys conceive the game with VR in mind from the get-go?
That was the idea, yeah. The idea was to do a game that sort of bridged the gap between VR and traditional gaming.
The controls are really well suited to that medium, that's why I figured.
Thank you, yeah. And so the idea was, in VR you wanted to move a little bit slower, you wanted to be a little bit more measured, like
that makes perfect sense.
Yeah. FPS moving 90 miles an hour is great until you try and play it with a Rift on and go, oh man.
Well, you don't think the UT with the Rift probably a little...
I could handle it. It'd be awesome. You just need like something to get find where your forward is.
Yeah, as long as you don't do the head tracking, as long as it's just stereo, it might be okay. Right?
Yeah, if you're moving your head too. I mean, one of the things we found is we've made the player's helmet in a Drift visible in VR, so you can look around inside it, and that really helped because you have something where you're like, I am here.
Some sort
the horizon
of UI,
is
right?
here.
Like,
So
okay.
Focus your eyes, and also, we have these crazy long draw distances because in space you can't hide half your scenery behind a mountain, which is kind of a problem. Yeah. So what we find in the Rift and on the various VR platforms is you get really good stereo separation because things go so far away. And our Earth is actually the realistic distance from you in the game, fully modeled in 3D. So you look down and see the Earth, and you feel very small and very far away. And it's crazy the sort of psychological impact that has.
That's great. Well, this is the first time y'all are showing it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're at the show, definitely come check it out in the booth.
Please do.
Yeah. So thanks so much, man.
Oh, it was a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Really, thank you for being out here with us. We're really
awesome.
Enjoy having you out here. So
thank you.
Awesome. Thanks.
Yeah, I think with VR, the controls thing is interesting, right? Like you said, like UT. How would you play UT in VR? And I think it could work. You just need to be able to figure out where your body's facing at any moment. It's tricky in first person to have that kind of visual cue.
Yeah, I've seen some interesting ways to try to fix that problem or like handle that challenge. So I think that the medium is finally getting to the point where all the hard design problems that it introduces, or people are finding really creative and great workarounds for those. That's really nice. Yep. Gwen.
Hey, what's up, Chance?
Hey.
I'm supposed to talk into this.
Yeah. It's wonderful little. It's a machine. It makes voice things go.
It makes people hear me.
Yeah.
It's probably not ideal. It'd be better if nobody did.
No. I don't think so. So tell us a little bit about The Molasses Flood, and tell us about The Flame in the Flood.
The Flame in the Flood. The Flame in the Flood is a video game it's being developed by The Molasses Flood.
You're being developed?
I'm being developed right now. This is career development, I think. So the Flame in the Flood is a highly replayable roguelike, which I think everybody's heard a million times. But it's a game about a journey. You're a girl with a dog that's going on this journey down the river, and you're dealing with whatever happens as you go down the river. So if you run into something, if you crash into something and you break a bone, you have to deal with the fact that you just broke a bone. And because the river is randomly generated and the islands are randomly generated and what you run into is completely different each time, your approach each time you play the game will be different. So if you happen to run into a wolf on your first island and he mauls you and you start bleeding out and you don't have any way to fix that, you don't have any way to heal the wound, to stitch it up or anything like that, then you're going to have a really difficult playthrough where you're dealing with infections. Whereas sometimes
Oregon
it'll...
Trail.
It's like that. If you drink...
apply peppermint oil.
Yes, if you don't boil water and you drink it, you might get dysentery.
Oh, yeah. That's just a good rule of thumb anyway, right?
Yeah.
So, a beautiful game.
Yep, amazing.
Incredible art style. How did y'all come about this, right? Like,
where did the art style come from?
yeah, I mean, did you guys just, this is the kind of game we want to make? I know you guys are, smaller team. There's like 6 of you. And so I was talking to Forrest. I had him out on a panel yesterday. And we heard him talk about, how you guys organize and those kind of things. But how did this game come about?
Well, I can tell you the art style specifically is the work of Scott Sinclair. He's an incredible artist and a painter. He was the art director on BioShock and on BioShock Infinite. A lot of us worked on BioShock Infinite together. Okay. And when after that game came out and a bunch of developers were let go, we all got together and we formed a company called the Molasses Flood. And we were very, very fortunate to be able to meet Scott Sinclair and to convince this incredible artist to do work with us, to work with my sorry ass and to make this game. He's actually done all the modeling and texturing in the game. He's
it's amazing.
Terrifying workhorse.
It looks like moving concept art. It's just beautiful.
Yeah.
You were doing a lot of non-lit stuff for a while, right?
The game looks very different from other Unreal Engine games, I think, mostly because it's very painted, and Sync will actually take a screenshot of the game and he'll paint over it and he'll be like, make it look like this. Oh wow. And most Unreal, actually, the way you work with shaders and stuff, they have this incredible lighting system and an incredible shader system. And I feel bad sometimes because mostly we just use diffuse textures and we put down a lot of post-process volumes and we try to get this granular painted style instead. But it's true to his work, and it's what makes us look so different.
Yeah, so this is the wolf thing you're talking about.
Yeah, that's a wolf that you can encounter in the game.
Looks like you're already in trouble. Anyway, all we are is what we're leaving behind.
Things did not go well
uplifting game. There's so much happiness.
It's a theme. I think when I saw this game the first time, I was wondering what the relationship with the dog and how that would play into the game design and what extent that affects gameplay.
You're going to make me really sad, too.
Yeah,
the way you're going.
That's what I was thinking.
It's weird. So many people come up to us here, especially Kickstarter backers, and they're like, I backed your game. If the dog dies, I'm going to be very disappointed.
You kind of want it to be game over when that happens, right?
I know. And we get the other thing, too. Somebody on our Kickstarter page said, oh, you're just going to kill the dog. And we're like, no, it's actually the opposite. We wanted to make a highly replayable game with some kind of amount of persistence. So any items you give to Aesop, your little hound.
His name's Aesop?
His name's Aesop.
Okay, very
he's
cool.
He's an old hound that survives each playthrough. So if you give an item to Aesop, he can hold a limited number of things. And you can bring those with you on your next playthrough.
Oh, awesome. Cool. That's pretty great.
So it's the opposite. We're going to kill you, not the dog. Just for the record.
Whoa. Well, that's great. So this is also y'all's first time to show the game.
Yes. This is our first time showing the game publicly.
Yeah, super awesome. Well,
it's terrifying.
We're honored to have you out.
It's
not that bad. The terrifying part. I mean, you guys, it's really great. I mean, you guys have had a wonderful. I haven't got my hands on it yet because you guys are also mobbed as well. So
yeah. We owe Epic a lot. Thank you. We owe Epic a lot.
No, man, this is it.
We're
the things you guys are doing. This is why we do Engine, right? Like, I mean, that's what it's all about. So, thank you.
It's been incredible because we put this game together. What we have right now, we made in 9 months.
Wow.
With UE4.
9 months with 6 people?
Incredible.
6 people in 9 months with the Unreal
Pretty
Engine.
stellar.
And
so with that too, yeah, like, what is y'all's, like, y'all have like ship dates, or y'all kind of have an idea of where you want to go? So you're 9 months in.
I don't know if I'm qualified to say the ship date.
Fair.
No, I will say we're allowed to be. We're first off, our Kickstarter backers are going to get to play the game first, and then after the Kickstarter backers have played for about a month or two, we'll open the game up to early access.
Okay.
And that should be happening this summer.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool. Awesome. So I will be getting it this summer as a backer myself, personally.
Awesome.
Forrest mentioned that you guys have some big news.
Yes.
As of what? 2 days ago? 3 days ago?
As of 2 days ago, yeah. Which has been this is pretty intense. So Microsoft contacted us after the Kickstarter demo, and they really liked the game, and they asked us to make sure the game gets on the Xbox One, and we said that's impossible because we're 6 people. And that's like a lot of work. And so they said, all right, no. We'll help you port the game. And so I'm really pleased to announce that Microsoft has stepped up, and we're going to be launching the title after early access. When we launch the title officially, it'll be both on Steam and on Xbox One.
Awesome. Yeah, great.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for coming out. Thanks for chatting on the stream with us. Thanks for chatting for these wonderful people out here. Again, head over, play the Flame in the Flood. It's something that I'll be doing today. Thanks a lot, Gwen. Oh, man. Yeah, it's just that. But the first time I saw that. Oh, also Chuck Reagan. Oh, yeah. Thumbs up.
You know how that came about, right?
Kinda.
So our art director, Sink, the guy I told you about that's phenomenal.
Yeah.
In the long ago, in a past life, he was actually a musician.
Okay.
And he jams with Chuck Reagan. They were in a band together.
Oh, is this before Hot Water Music? Like all that time?
Yeah,
wow,
back
awesome.
then. And all the album covers for Hot Water Music are being done by Scott Sinclair.
Oh, wow. So y'all are just doing some... Yeah, that's so awesome. Yeah.
Old
country boys. That's the first thing that stuck with me when I saw the video. That was like the music. I was just like, okay, I'm buying whatever this is. So good.
Yeah, he's phenomenal.
Awesome.
Right.
Thanks, Gwen.
Cheers.
Yeah, that trailer, when I first saw it, it was like 10 seconds in, I was like, pull out, see what I got to do. So, hey, what's going on? Welcome, Blazing Badger, to the stage. Blazing Badger. What an amazing name. So, who is Blazing Badger? Introduce yourself.
Hi, my name's Andre. I'm from Blazing Badger. We are a indie studio from Frankfurt, Germany, and we got founded last year's April.
So you're right. Oh, look at that! It's so pretty. So you guys are right about a year in. How many people at your studio?
We started with 3, and we're up to 5 people now.
Okay, great. And you guys are kind of designers, artists. Like, what's the spread there?
We got 3 designers, which is great, since with Unreal, basically every designer gets to feel like a coder, so that's
awesome.
Cool. And we got 1 real coder and tech artist who also does modeling and all those things.
You said real coder.
Yeah, be careful there. Blueprint is real coding.
Yeah, it's and this is coming from our technical director.
That's cool.
No, we're it's funny because I'm a programmer myself, and I end up using blueprints way more now than I ever did. Just how quick you can get things working, right?
Yeah, we love the system.
Well, cool. So tell us about AIPD. How did it come to be?
So basically, we started out with 3 guys, and none of them was an artist. So we were like, okay, so what's it gonna be? We can't do models, we can't do animations, so let's pick something where stuff doesn't move as in how characters move. So we were like, okay, let's do space. So we basically don't need that much in terms of background, and let's do spaceships because they tend to be relatively static. So we started with that. So basically, we try to fit our first project to our strengths and weaknesses.
Yep.
Yeah, that's great.
It's a good way to do it. Yep.
Yeah. So I was on your site. I don't know if you have a video up anywhere that I can check out, or
on the website. I'm not completely sure, but the video is on YouTube.
Okay, great. So
if you get the video up, the one thing just when I was playing it, I love the circuit board movement trails on.
Yeah,
it's such like a cool idea.
Yeah, it's like the ship is like telling the floor below it to be. That's
awesome effect.
So great. Let me see what we got here. AIPD. Right here? GDC 2015?
Yeah, that should be it.
Let's see what we got here.
So maybe
I
describe
can skip this add-in for.
So maybe describe what is the objective of the game then?
The objective is to get as high a score as possible, and the thing is, it can start out, if you want to, relatively simple with very few rules. But if you want to get the really high scores, you need to add new rules, to add new risks, like new enemy behaviors, new additional fail conditions that give you a quick game over.
You stack them on right here.
Exactly.
Interesting.
So basically what we spent our time doing was we added enough enemies and weapons for variety, and then we just started adding those modules, or those additional conditions and rules and triggers. And we think we are in a pretty fine spot with that right now, and now we need to work on accessibility.
So just so I understand, the player decides which modifiers they want to add. It's a risk-reward situation, but they get to customize the game as they go.
Yeah, exactly.
That's really cool.
Everyone's probably, there's going to be that crowd of the hardcore that only max everything out and go for the absolute ultimate mega.
It's a great mechanic idea. Did you guys get inspired by something else for that idea?
It was a mixture of many things. Some of it was like Little Big Planet, for example, where you can do your own mini game in some ways. Then there were older games like Fable, where you could add modifiers to your mission, like, oh, I will do this naked without health potions. And then obviously there was Unreal Tournament with the mutators. We were like, oh, that is cool. We can't do big heads, but we can do other things.
Yeah, I was thinking when I saw it first, I was like, this is kind of like you're playing Forza or something, and you add the difficulty assist changed the amount of experience you get. So you opt in like, oh, I can handle a manual with clutch transmission, and now I get more XP. But it's actually really fun because you want to turn as much of that on as possible to find like your threshold.
But it also lets you, as the player, learn each individual things. Like you basically are curating your own tutorial. Like you know, when you design a game, you kind of give those moments. Like by here, I want them to have learned these things and be masters of them. This lets them kind of decide when they want to be masters of each individual part, which is really, really cool.
Thanks.
Yeah, so it's a
beautiful
game. I mean, like, here's those trails Mike was talking about, like the circuit board that's tracked behind. Like
that took some weeks. That
took some time.
Cool.
It's an incredible effect. It really works out well. So awesome. Really, is it 2 players as well?
It's up to 4 players.
Up to 4 players. Okay, so up to 4 players on the same screen.
Yeah, it's a couch co-op game.
And are y'all couch co-op?
Yeah.
Oh,
so basically,
couch co-op. We were just talking about
resurgence.
gaming in the same room, but oh man, so good.
So basically, you hunt for the score, and if you get hit, you lose your precious multipliers, and your friends will pick them up, so you can elbow them right away to punish them for that.
That's awesome! Wow.
So it's couch co-opetitive, if you will. Very cool. Thank you so much for coming out to GDC with us and chatting with us on the stream. And definitely go play their game. It's awesome stuff. AIPD is great.
Yeah, really fun. I played it yesterday. It's action-packed. It's frenetic, right? Like, quite a few good, like really good frenetic games.
Hey, Wilson, welcome. So we've got the guys here from DSK Green Ice Games, all the way from
India.
And go ahead and introduce yourself, Jeremy.
Jeremy, I'm the art director of the company.
And I'm Pranay. I'm an artist at Green Ice Games.
Oh, awesome. Okay, so they're here showing off Death God University, DGU. DGU kind of stayed under the radar for quite some time, and then all of a sudden it showed up, and we watched the trailer for it, and I didn't even know what the game was, but I was excited about it. I was just like, I have to know what I'm looking at here. So I'm gonna go ahead and boot up the trailer real quick.
Yeah.
So when did you guys start the project?
We started last July,
Yep.
and we've been working on it since then.
Okay. How big is the team?
The team working on this project is about 17 people.
17?
Yeah. Oh, well, it's a good size.
Yeah.
Did it start as a student project, or was it just you guys had it?
So yes, it started off as a student project.
Yeah.
So the initial concept comes from there, and it's now developed to this level with work from professionals and the students also involved.
Cool. Very, very cool. So yeah, let's get here. Real quick, I absolutely love the art style.
Thank you.
Who is it? Is that you?
Super endearing.
No, we have crazy designers also, character designers.
Gotcha. Very, very cool. So the little guys here with their heads like this, it's got so much character. Let's see if I can get into the video. Is it microsite? I'm doing it. All right. Yeah, so this came across, the first time we saw this video, it was this, right?
I haven't seen this before.
And so we were
The flying taco.
We were like, I am immediately intrigued. Please, go on. And then...
Yeah, we've got crazy designers, and they found amazing ways to kill people in that game. So you'll discover more and more.
Yeah. So tell us the premise. You're essentially going to school to.
Yeah, you're a death god apprentice, and you will have to learn how to become a death god. So you're getting assignments from your death god trainers to kill targets who are really, really nasty.
Sorry, no, to get their souls.
To collect their souls and torture them later.
Yeah, so you're killing them, but it's sent off as a really nice, happy message.
No, the most important thing is that you can't just go up to someone and shoot them. It has to be really intelligent and stealth. So you got to use your surroundings and talk to people and find ways, to be really sneaky.
Interesting.
And your grades in school depend on how clever and sneaky you are.
Oh, very cool. So sorry. Go ahead.
Actually, I'm curious. How did you guys get inspired for this game? This is an interesting concept.
Old games, all adventure games like Monkey Island or Day of the Tentacle or stuff like that.
It reminds me of did you ever play The Ship? It's a game on Steam that's like you're all on like a cruise ship kind of thing, and it's like you have to kind of sneak around and find a target and assassinate them. But
The Ship. I don't think I'm familiar with it either.
Yeah, it's really good. It's like I think it's a Source Engine game.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how are you? You said you're judged on. How sneaky or how well you do. Like, how do you build a system like that? How does that actually work out? Like, I don't know. I was watching this video and I'm seeing all these incredible things happen, and just you get a grade basically for what you did. Like, so give us a scenario.
So it works like when you're in university, you get an assignment, and then as you explore the environment, you'll find ways of setting traps in the target's routine.
Okay.
And there'll be multiple ways of actually getting to the final target. So based on that, you come back to the university with your tasks, and then you're judged according to how you did it. So if there's collateral damage, you'll get a really sad grade, maybe an F.
Okay.
And if it looks like an accident, then you're up there.
Gotcha.
And you advance to the next level.
Can you describe the gameplay? Like, what is the actual controls? How does it work?
It's walking around, getting clues about the habits of the target, analyzing their routine, breaking their routine, collecting some objects.
So you
have an inventory. You can craft objects together and create killing machines.
You follow their behaviors, figure out what they might do, put a plan in place, and then success.
Right, exactly. So you're kind of stalking them. And you're looking at their routine, and you're using their surroundings and their behavior against them.
Okay.
So you might collect certain objects from different places and then craft them together to make these cool and ingenious awesome killing devices.
Okay, interesting. You guys have an extra challenge there, right? Where you have to grade how well they did. So it's kind of there's this meta thing, right? Where
you're writing a curriculum, if you will.
Yeah, that's true. That's what makes it fun, I guess.
Yeah, cool. And with that too, Alexis showed me that I am in your game right now.
Yeah, we've put it in our game. So you're the community manager, you will maybe in our game the class representative or stuff like that.
That's hilarious. Yeah,
You really have to check it out.
They were like, by the way, Jeremy built one of our characters. Y'all have a apparently a really amazing pipeline for making characters.
Yeah, we're using Mixamo for helping,
awesome.
and we're over 100 different characters in the game.
Oh wow, how many?
More than 100.
There's tons of characters.
Wow.
Tons of characters.
Cool. That's awesome. And yeah, so Jeremy built me, my glasses, the earrings, and hair, and a plaid shirt, of course.
Awesome.
And yeah, I checked it out. It's just me dancing on a table. I have a short vine of it. It's going to go live right after this. So.
Nice.
Really, really cool stuff. Well, cool. Anything else you want to say about the game?
No, I just want to say we'll talk a bit about Green Ice Games.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we're based in India, and we've been doing this since July, and it's super fun and exciting. Just want to say hello to everyone, and just looking forward to where it goes now.
Yeah,
awesome.
Good luck getting. Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, and you're on which platforms are y'all bringing it to?
On PC, and we will sell the game on Steam.
Okay, PC and Steam. And do you have an idea of when we might be able to get our hands on it, everyone?
Normally, it will be over 2 months again.
Okay.
After 2 months.
Okay, right on. Very, very cool. So, awesome work. Thank you guys so much for coming all the way out from India.
Yeah. Thanks for having us. We're super excited to be here.
Awesome. Awesome. Cool. And as always, get over and play DGU. It is got so much character. It is hilarious. And it's a lot of fun. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks. Never played the ship, huh?
What's that?
Never played the ship?
No.
It's a cool game. Basically, you're on this boat. It's multiplayer, too, so everyone has kind of a role on the boat.
Okay.
But there's, like, all kinds of ways. Everyone has a target, so you have to go assassinate your target. But you have to do it in a very sneaky way, and you can't get caught doing it. It's a pretty fun game.
It's like, I've always wanted to make a Prisoner's Dilemma game, but, like, with, like, 4 prisoners. You know, so with some different things, you have to make decisions and then, like, deal with them, and I don't know. It's interesting. All right, so welcome, Yannick. Yannick, how's it going? Good to see you, buddy.
Welcome.
I'm gonna go ahead and look up here.
Hello.
Yeah, that should be on. I hope. All right, so tell us a little bit about Yanim and Red Goddess.
Yeah. So Yanim Studio is at first an animation studio.
Okay.
We have been in the animation industry, making some serious animation spots, and now we are in the video game industry since 2 years ago. We start with Red Goddess in Kickstarter.
Okay.
2 years ago, and now we are at 80-90% of the game finished.
Okay.
And now we are at GDC with the booth of Unreal, and we are very happy about that.
Oh, awesome. No, dude, we are so happy to have you out here, right? Like, yeah, I saw the game last summer. When was your Kickstarter? Was it last summer or is it 2?
It was, no, it was 1 year and a half.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So yeah, I saw that, and I saw some pictures and stuff on Twitter and on your website, and just over the last, like, I guess 4 or 5 months, it's really just kind of flourished. Like this, all the systems and all the effects and the art is really getting nailed down and everything. So it's
Thank you.
It's looking fantastic.
Thank you so much.
I'm going to go ahead and hop into...
I think since the Kickstarter prototype with the new Unreal Engine, we have increased the graphics a lot. The particles, all the lights is much better now.
Is this the one I should show?
Yep.
Okay, great.
So what is your team like? What is the breakdown? All programmers?
We are 6 people in Spain. I'm French, but we are in Spain. The studio is in Spain. Now we are 6 people. We have been 12 people because of the art. Okay, but now we are less people finishing the program and the level, the scripting of the levels.
Yep.
And it's since we started the development 8 months ago.
Okay.
So we try to make it very fast, and the total of the development is 1 year.
cool.
Okay, so total development was about 1 year, you said?
Yeah, 1 year. It's difficult because it's a non-linear platformer game, so you can player can go everywhere he wants. So it's non-linear. It's a platformer game, a mix between exploration and melee combat.
Okay.
Combat
cool. Yeah, you see the Metroidvania map?
Yep. Awesome.
Let's go back and see that again. Yeah. I love that so much. Some of the first games introduced that back in like a real like lush map. You can actually see everything.
Back in different maps like that.
Oh.
I think it's a mix between Guacamelee and Outland.
Okay.
So how much of the programming and level scripting was in Blueprint versus C++?
I think all the game is Blueprint.
The whole game is Blueprint?
Yeah, because, okay, for the characters, for the enemies, and also for the background, because we use many blocks to build the background. So I think all the blocks are blueprints. I'm pretty sure about that. I'm not a programmer, but I see a lot of the blocks are blueprints.
Amazing. Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. That's awesome. So you guys are going to be on which platforms?
It's for we have been greenlit in Steam, so it's for PC, PS4, Xbox One, and more consoles to be.
Okay,
yeah.
Awesome. So you're just kind of hitting all of them.
Yeah.
No, it's super cool. So back here too, real quick, I wanted to ask.
Sorry?
Where are we? So yeah, you get these 3 different forms.
Yeah. There's 3 different forms. The story is about a young goddess. She has lost most of her powers and memories. So she decided to go to the planet of the inner planet of the main character. So the player have to go deep inside the planet, deep inside the underground, to recover the past of the main character. So she can switch between 3 characters. The main character is this one, the yellow one, and the red one is the rage persona, and the blue one is the fear persona.
Okay, awesome. And do they have different abilities as well?
Yeah, you have to switch with the red against the red enemies.
Oh, okay, got it.
And the blue with the blue enemies, so you have to.
Yep, that's super awesome.
Yep,
well,
looks like
thank
fun.
you so much.
So great, yeah. So you're out of Spain. We've had guys out of India, Germany. We just so many amazing developers all over the world making incredible stuff, right? Like, gosh, I don't know.
I love Metroidvania style games. I just love
I do
them.
too.
Yeah,
I played the Portrait of Ruin, the DS version of Castlevania.
Yep.
So
really good.
All right. Well, anything else about Yanum Studio or Red Goddess you want to tell us?
Yeah, it will be released in June.
Okay, awesome.
So I hope it will good for the players. The players will be enjoyed the game, and I think there is a good feedback here in GDC about the players. So that's cool. That's
awesome.
pretty cool.
Awesome. Yep. Well, great. As always, go check it out if you can. Super cool game. We are very, 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 very fortunate to have you out here. Thank you so much.
Very happy to be here with you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Take care. All right. I think we've got one more, maybe 2.
I think we have a common theme with just awesome art styles. With
I know
all
it.
of these.
I know
all these
it, man.
titles have like super original art. Looks
Yeah,
really
it's funny that there's a hey, how's it going?
There, how are you?
Doing well.
Hello.
Let's see. But yeah, it's beautiful stuff, right?
Yeah, it's amazing.
All right, so hey, welcome. So you guys are with Berenson ENA,
Yes.
representing the codename working title Project Hit, correct?
Project Hit. Correct. That's
very well. So tell us a little bit about yourselves and the game. And if I can find a video, is there any video online?
It's not online.
Okay.
It's we have a USB here.
Yeah, I'll take it. Great. Thanks.
It's in folder HIT, HIT.
Okay,
folder,
great.
yeah.
So maybe just describe the game.
It's a action RPG running on mobile. My team developed this game using an Unreal 4 engine, and I believe this is going to be first Unreal 4 mobile project in Korea. And we are expecting to launch sometime this year. And my target date is June of this year, but depends on CBTs and stuff like that. We might just, change the date.
this one or that one? Okay,
Hopefully,
great.
If you can.
I'm going to copy them off of here. So, well, no, it should be okay. I can probably run from here. Continue. So yeah, this is on mobile. So Android.
It's going to be Android, both on Android and iOS.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, that's a beautiful PVR on device, man. Like,
yeah,
super cool.
My development team is about, we have about 50 people working on this project, and they've been using Unreal 2.5, Unreal 3, working on a couple different projects like Lineage 2, Ion, and Terra. So they know what they are doing using Unreal engines. So
great, cool.
We spent about a year doing R&Ds for this project using Unreal 4. So right now this game runs on Galaxy Note 2.
Note 2, right?
Yeah, Note 2.
The Note 2,
which is about over 2 years old.
Yeah.
So they did pretty good job on optimizing the engine and the game with the devices.
Awesome. Cool. Yeah. So
we are trying to support as many as different devices in Korea, and not only in Korea but in global basis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Android support, it's something that we've worked on a lot in the last year. Hopefully you guys have seen a lot of benefits there as we've improved device compatibility tremendously. Even in 4.7, which just came out last week, we've been improving and optimizing Android. We kind of feel like right now it's really solid. I mean, I've had a lot of fun getting my projects on Android.
Yeah. I remember, especially right at launch. Oh, cool. We have sound. Hey, look at that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is just great.
Cool.
I've been playing a lot of Diablo, so watching this feels really good. Look at this.
Interesting.
Just nutty. So much action.
I believe that's the highest graphic quality that we can achieve on mobile device these days. And thanks to Epic Games and Unreal Engine, we were able to come over with this, graphic.
Yeah, no. Well, what version was this built in? Is this 4.6?
I have to ask my...
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because Mike was just saying there's even more improvements coming.
Yep.
With 7, and I know Josh is driving all the Android depth. Oh, he died.
Yeah, if anyone's interested in actually playing this game, we have live game devices right over here, so you guys can come over and play yourself.
Yeah, and it's running on, you said, the Galaxy Note 2.
Yeah.
So you can even see it on an older Android device and see what kind of performance and visuals you actually get. Which is pretty impressive. The team's done a really wonderful job.
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah, so...
Yep, really fun stylized effects.
Action. Oh, yeah, it's on loop. I'll watch it again now. It's just one of those... how does it control? Do you move with the stick here on the left, and then you hit these buttons to attack?
Yes, we do have a virtual pad on your left-hand side, so you use your thumbs to move your characters around. And those are the skill buttons, so you press it and you shoot it.
Oh, great. Oh, this is awesome. Cool. So is there do you have a release date or anything for any of this, or do you know?
Like I said before, we'll be launching this game in sometime June of this year.
Okay, got it.
And on a global scale, maybe early next year.
Yeah.
See how things go.
Yeah, you're going to launch in Korea first, right?
Launch in Korea first, yes.
Korea also represented here with us today. So, well, very, very, very cool. That's awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for coming all the way out here to show the game. Yep. We are very, very, very happy to have you.
Yep.
Thank you for having us.
Good luck wrapping up the game. It's looking fun.
Oh, and with that too, there's an attract mode, or no, sorry, an autoplay, right? Yeah. And that's not something that we normally have, in the States.
Yeah, this is a Korean, very popular in Korea.
In Asia, a lot of people, especially when playing RPG, they, a lot of grinding. So they wanted to add autoplay so they can, do something else while the game is running itself. Yeah.
So you just like you push the button, and you just go to work, and then
you're on the train.
That is exactly what they do these days in
just
Korea.
pretty much just in general everywhere.
When you're playing Diablo, you have your mobile device right next to you and just run it yourself.
There's still like some risk. So I guess if you're on autoplay, your performance isn't necessarily going to be as great as if you were manually controlling, and there's a risk to your character.
We got a couple different game mode. One is stage mode. Stage mode support autoplay.
Yeah.
But we also do have PvP mode, which you have to control. That's where your skill comes.
I see.
So it's not like the Madden auto battle for the Super Bowl. You actually have to play against other characters.
We do have a real-time raid mode as well. So
okay.
Yeah, multiplayer, real-time boss raid. Yep.
Would you say that the autoplay is a feature that is sort of expected these days in a mobile?
That's what Ray Park was saying. He's like, you have to have it.
Yeah. So it's a grind assist mode.
Grind assist. Awesome.
That's cool.
Well, very cool. Thanks again. Thank you so much for coming out. Do you have anything else to say about Veronson or the developers?
Yeah, cool.
No? Think you're good?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you all so
Thank
much.
you.
Good luck shipping.
All right. I think that's it. That's the teams.
Oh,
all right. I wonder if Ray Davis is around. I guess not. He's probably already disappeared on us. So. Oh yeah. Sorry.
Get the USB stick back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite the diverse group. All kinds of different types of games.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's really cool to see. Thank you.
It makes me super happy to see how, like, there's a number of games that are either entirely blueprints or almost entirely blueprints, and it's really cool. But whenever I hear that, I get really excited because when there's a lot of blueprint in the game that it had empowered developers that probably before
would not have approached it. Right?
Yeah, so this, when you hear about a blueprint-only title, sometimes it's someone's first chance at programming, and it's their first outlet. It's a really exciting expression.
That was a team we had on our panel yesterday, and we had at EGX with us Joe Bramer from Numa. They had never built anything in software before, and him and five of his friends were like, hey, let's just make a game. Like, they were college guys. Like, let's make a game. And so they just picked up the engine and then...
Yep.
They shipped on Xbox Friday. Their first UE4 game on Xbox One.
So crazy.
Friday. Yeah, I know. You guys have never done anything before, right, in this space. So.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, I think that's just an exciting thing about the visual programming. Just it's unlocking this stuff that just wouldn't have happened, not at this fidelity, especially.
Well, I know that you're still kind of real developer. Well,
I still do my projects in C++, but
but Ray and I have both. Ray and I, as other ex-programmers, we're still.
You guys are retired.
We're blueprint programmers. How about that?
Sure.
Yeah. So we, it's just too quick. It's too easy, right? Like
it's really convenient.
It's really good stuff.
It's perfect at the prototyping phase, and I mentioned this yesterday at the town hall that we did with the group, but just that I find myself just when I'm writing a C++ game, even if I'm not sure anyone else will ever work on it or see it, I defensively start exposing things to blueprints. Just I write the C++ as the baseline, expecting that if someone else helps with this part, they'll totally take over. I get this part all ready for that.
The interface between the two makes it easy for you as a developer to then give designers or tech artists the ability to do anything, right? That's super cool. I love this. I love hearing stories from we're just a couple guys and we did this thing. It's like that Neilo is Kevin and Michelle, and they're having a guy work on sound for them, right?
3 people, it's crazy.
And it's just looking bizarre. So really, really cool stuff there. I'm gonna go ahead and close this out because cool, they switched the monitor over.
So we lost Ray, I guess, huh?
Yeah, we lost Ray. So
he was lurking, but
no, that's cool. Yeah, he's always lurking. That's what he does these days.
Omnipresent.
Yeah, I don't. You never see Ray in the office anymore. You just see him lurking. He'll show up to a meeting and then he'll and then he'll walk on to the next thing, and then he'll just berate me and James Golding and you on the stream. That's pretty much his major function these days. No. So. All right, we have anything else about GDC before we get to our last order of business?
Oh, gosh.
So, we had the large world. We didn't talk about that really at all either, right? Like what you said, Kite demo. We talked about the Weta, but the
hopefully
Kite demo.
Everyone's seen the Kite demo by now. Probably ended up on Twitch a few times the last day or so.
Yeah, the first time I saw that in our room, like I kind of teared up a little bit. I was like, man.
I did too, actually.
Whoever
heavy feels near the end.
It was like it was Gavin, right? Gavin was like,
yeah,
hey,
it was Gavin's idea.
So here's what I thought about doing, and this is just here's what I feel. It was like not textures on things, no animation.
There was storyboard. It was just sketches of frames, and how it ended up is kind of like those sketches.
Yeah. And the deer that were just kind of like before they were animated, they were just sliding
the
through
sweeping
the
shot
forest.
in the field. The deer were just with skate, and they skated for like weeks while we were working.
Yeah, it was every time you just die laughing at that one moment. But
we had to have them there though.
Yeah, it came together well, and I don't know what details we spoke to as far as tech goes on that, but it's like how big?
100 square miles. So a huge open environment, larger than anything Epic's ever done by many orders of magnitude here as far as spatial surface area. And it required quite a bit of new tech and tweaking and optimizing performance of existing tech to be able to pull it off. It's going to be great for hopefully every game.
Oh yeah.
These changes we've made.
That's the thing that's nuts. It's like as we tackled this thing, we started thinking about it a while back, but as we tackled it, every 2 or 3 days there was a new full feature in the engine.
Totally.
Because Daniel and Nick's team, they're like, hey, we have to have this. He's like, so I did this, so this works now.
It's crazy.
And the cool thing now is that's going to be shared with the community, right?
Yep.
Like that's
a lot of the features that appeared for this demo, some of them actually made it into 4.7 release. Just it was happenstance, but the new optimized foliage rendering, and also the translucent shading model we used it for the tree rendering in the demo, but could be used for paper or glass or other translucent, transmissive materials. So a few of those changes already made it in 4.7. These were they weren't on the roadmap for 4.7, but in the we merged them in because they were just done and they were ready.
Yeah.
But for 4.8, a whole bunch of other improvements are going to appear. The new grass rendering system, the new dynamic height field GI, or at least the first version of it that we did in the demo.
Dynamic height field GI. We're getting to the point where there's so many words about how we do things. Daniel, it's like, it's distance field, everything's got distance field, subsurface.
Daniel's been able to do
space.
pretty much everything with distance fields.
Yeah,
I think we're going to see here 20 new distance field related features over the next year.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked. But the new features are awesome, and I'm really happy with us stress testing kind of the large world support in the engine. I know on Twitch, I think even last year we talked about we had the Large World Summit. We talked about put on the roadmap these big features that we're going to get into the engine to make it more well suited for huge environments. And I think we're getting there, right? I think we're proving that we can do 100 square miles with seamless streaming and nice hierarchical LED. Filled with foliage. A lot of the foliage is procedurally placed, and 4.8 will have the beginning of new tools for procedurally kind of spraying down tons of awesome variety. And it's kind of a cool procedural system too. It's not like define some random signal pattern and it just plops them down. It's kind of like a seeding algorithm. So you can specify a number of iterations, and it will kind of simulate a whole forest, being generated over time. And gives you all the control over that too. So a number of cool features that they'll all just be in the next release. So really
awesome.
exciting.
Yeah, and I was going to say something. Oh yeah, so it's here. Yep. You can play it. Not only can you see the cinematic, you can actually get into it.
Yeah.
Right?
So I don't know. Do we have a video? I don't think we've made a video for the internet yet. But here on the floor.
I'm watching it right here.
Yeah, you can watch the demo, and then you can control it. It's kind of like a drone that we have that you pilot around. It has a cool HUD and everything.
Like a copter that just lets you move through the space, and it's pretty performant. Do you know
awesome.
Do you know what specs we're running on just for this one? Or?
I think it's the machines here. I think are GTX 980s.
980s.
Yeah,
right on.
So high-end NVIDIA, awesome NVIDIA GPU, but just a single GPU, and it runs really solid frame rate, pretty hitch-free. You can traverse the whole 100 square miles in your quadcopter drone thing, and there's quite a few awesome kind of hotspot, really arted up areas that look really nice too.
Yeah, I'd
explore.
love to see. I'd love to see, you know, what people start doing with this, with procedural generation of this, with other procedural generated enemies and things like, you know, we talked
Totally.
about some of these games that are here. There's like, yeah, we want to Molasses Flood, for instance. You know, like they're doing their rivers, or their river system is really cool. How they're deciding how it gets built. It's like a blueprint type thing too, where it just chooses where we should be river.
Oh,
right?
awesome.
But I want to see that. For that, you know, someone's going to do that. You're even talking about Ryan Brooks dropping his blueprint that cut the rivers into the space.
Ryan
you know.
is amazing. The work that he did for this demo, he's just like a one man. He's a force, right?
Yeah, the people on the stream are probably, you know, they're well aware of Ryan. They've seen him a few times. He comes out, he's like, so I built this on Friday, and it's just like
the stuff that he does with Blueprint. He'll write whole engine features in Blueprint, you know, using the Blutilities feature. It's something else, though.
Yeah,
like,
Blutilities is one thing I need to get my hands into. I just haven't, you know, given it the appropriate, I guess, attention at this point.
Yeah,
but,
it's still an early feature. It's actually still experimental, but it doesn't stop Ryan. It's just like, but you know, we want to do a lot more with that in the future. Expose a lot more to the Blueprint utility system.
Yeah. Now, so with this too, this can probably be considered our large world efforts we've been talking about for the last forever, like the last since 4 or 5. We're like, we're looking at some, you know, new large world things.
Since
so
fall last year is when we kind of had the Large World Summit, and we talked about, you know, there's still a whole, you know, we have a roadmap. There's a lot of features that we want to do in the future, but this is a really good snapshot that showcases a lot of awesome improvements. And
Kona's coming to find me. Hey, Kona. Hey, welcome.
Hello.
It's not the 980 in those machines. We're actually using the new cards. For
it's the Titan.
It's the new Titan in those machines.
Oh,
these ones on the floor. You have the Titan X.
Yeah, the green machines are all the Titan X.
Awesome. Okay, so I guess we have the Titan X.
No, Kona.
Sweet.
I was gonna have Kona sit and just finish. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so on the floor, I've been asked a lot of questions. People have been, you know, finding me and tracking me down, and the one thing that they want to talk to me about is they want to show me their project, which is incredible. Like people are like, hey, remember that program we launched right before GDC?
Right.
The Unreal Dev Grants?
Grant program.
So everybody's showing up and like, hey, here's my project. Every time we sit down and chat, and I've seen some really, really amazing stuff here. And so, Ray, I wish Ray was here to kick this off with me, but I guess you're second best.
I'll do what I can.
I'll take you, I suppose. So are we still single monitor? Okay, that's fine. So we've got we're giving away our first 3 Unreal Dev Grants right now. So yay! All right,
awesome.
This is a program we've been super excited about. You know, Tim's had his heart into this thing. We had a stream with him on it and stuff. Like it's our way to you know, give back to a community that's been so giving to us, right? You know, we talked about this as well yesterday in the town hall, but opening up the engine to the subscription model, the community has helped us grow the engine at a rate that we've had to keep up, right? And we're only going to see more and more of that. So this is, you know, we're so appreciative of everybody. We love all the things that are working up, and this is our way to award greatness. Great people are doing great things with the engine. So
how does the Dev Grant work again?
So yeah, Dev Grant is Epic put together a fund that is just $5 million that we're giving out anywhere from $5,000 to $50,000 in these grants. Basically, you create a project, you do something really great in Unreal or around Unreal. It doesn't have to be a game. It doesn't have to be an interactive experience. You could be doing training courses. You're trying to do, you know, some grassroots. I don't know, event somewhere, you know, and that can, you know.
So any use of the engine, it's just, you basically have to think it's cool. Chance has to think it's cool.
Well, no, it's not me. Everyone's going to be mailing this guy now. No. So we're, you know, there's a small group of us inside, you know, take a look over these things and, you know, talk about them. And we've had just a lot of them roll back through, like just so much great stuff. We are super behind because GDC, we're like, let's launch this program. Let's like program launched, and then it's like, all right, let's go
do all these things.
Yeah, let's go to GDC instead. So,
a bit of a backlog.
Yeah, there's a few. There's like 6 or 7 at least. There's way more than 6 or 7. No, so a lot of you on the stream and a lot of you probably here have applied at some point, and we encourage you to continue to apply. If you haven't heard back from me, that is completely normal. because I haven't responded to anybody at this point. First order of business for me when I get back to HQ next week is starting to roll all those processes into place and see kind of what that looks like and how we follow up and how we communicate and how we actually, do the presentations and stuff. So with that, I'm going to hop into them if we can. Let me see what we got here. So are we on the screens? Oh, yeah, no worries. So this one should be no surprise. The first grant we're giving out is to artist Koula out of France.
Yay.
So yeah, Koula has been blowing our minds internally for months. The first thing I saw him do was a top-down shooter game. It was no art. It was just a bunch of really flat colors and everything, just really working stuff out. I was like, oh, this is really cool. I hope he skins it and stuff. Second video is this guy right here. The where is it? The one that was on Kotaku, the UE4 ArcViz Lighting 4 video. I saw this and I was like, oh, hang on, I didn't see the Hoover dual power. Let's let that be. Lightweight, maneuverable. Thanks, Hoover.
You need a presentation.
I should put my Aquafina up here too, just to really dive into it. So this is the first video that I saw of Koula, and I was like, wait. Or the second one I saw it, I was like, this is the same guy who was working on some a game, like a shooting game. And this circle, The Office, this got a lot of press. It was everywhere. I loved it. Everything is great, and it's even we were talking about with the engine and all the new features that Daniel's working on. So this is the first one we saw. Koula pulled main and put together this little scene, right? So we can find it on here.
It's incredible.
So this is the engine. Oh, see if I can get 1080p. I'm tethering over a cell phone, so this is slow. I apologize. But I saw this in the animated GIF format, and I was just like, what?
Insane, yeah.
It's just really, really, really impressive.
So Koula goes in, he'll find features of the engine that even we don't use yet because they're so new and...
Yeah.
So, the graphics program will add a feature, and it will appear in the GitHub commit. And he must be just, snipping that, the commit list, just looking for anything from Daniel Wright, anything from Penn Warden or Brian or any of those guys. And he'll figure out how to use that feature before we have any documentation, before we even want to have documentation, because we aren't even using it yet. It's not proven. So, I think in this video here, I think he's using the new distance field GI, it's called a local kind of GI, and it's not ready. It hasn't been optimized yet. It has some bleeding issues. It has some limitations, but I mean, it's global illumination, dynamic global illumination.
Yeah.
It's a feature that we haven't even used yet.
Yeah.
It's totally experimental. It's crazy.
Yeah, so he's got some great stuff here. I would give you his YouTube. It's KOOOO la la la. It's Forrest. Yeah, so he's been working even with Speed Tree on some stuff. This is just dumb, right?
This is the one that shows the GI. Yep.
Oh, this is the GI one?
Yeah.
I mean, really great stuff. So, yeah. With this too is after the first piece he did or second piece he did, he wrote up a really great post about how he approached all this stuff. And he's inspired so many other people to start trying to push the high end for, try to push the high end for realism in games, right? Dynamic day cycle here, just these kinds of stuff. I keep getting in trouble for not full screening. But this looks fantastic.
Totally fantastic. Koula's releasing these videos, and meanwhile we're working on our open world. We're working on trees too, and we're like, man, Koula's trees are looking pretty good too. It's
we're seeing these things roll through, and we're like, hey, we should stuff it up.
Yeah, we got to kick it up.
Yeah. So
our trees look great. So
congratulations to Koula. We'll be reaching out to him with an $18,000 grant. So
wow, awesome!
Yeah,
yep.
Congratulations.
Yep, congrats.
Thank you so much, Koula. All right, so numero dos. Let's see what we got in here. Here we go. On monitor. All right. So, grant number 2, I'll do it. That's the big reveal. Neurin, the new Renaissance. So, do we have sound on the video? I just need a, we do? Great, okay. So this is a really, really, really unique and cool use of VR and the tech. So
What's up, people? I'm Jake.
And I'm Jesse.
You may know me from Shovel Knight and DuckTales Remastered.
And you may know me from Double Dragon Neon. I was the voice of Linda Lash, as well as the singer on Mango Tango's Neon Jungle.
Yeah,
We're working on a brand new revolutionary project called New Red,
The New Renaissance.
And we're hoping to take you on a journey that's unlike anything you've ever experienced.
Wait, you mean it's not like any album I've ever listened to?
In fact, it's a lot like albums you may have heard. It's a lot like movies you may have watched. It's a lot like games you may have played. But it's nothing exactly like any of them. It's a combination of all of them.
So wait, hold up. You're telling me that if I like music, film, virtual reality, and video games, I would dig this, right?
You totally will dig it.
And it's brand new.
It'll blow your head off. It's crazy.
Blow your head right off.
You ever seen Fantasia?
Blow your head off.
You know how each track has its own animation that goes along with it? We're basically going for something that's a lot like that. Each segment in the production has a totally different art style because we're working with a different set of artists for each track.
So each artist is putting their own spin on our characters and our world.
So basically what happens is you either get the Oculus Rift visor on or you use your mouse. And there's a music video happening all around you in 360 degrees.
You are on rails, but you have the freedom to look anywhere that you want. And there might be Easter eggs, so be sure to look behind you.
Yeah, there could be stuff happening behind you, in front of you. Imagine watching a music video, only you're actually sitting in the middle of the studio as it's happening. And you can look all around you and see crazy effects flying at you, and all kinds of lasers, and beautiful artwork, and all kinds of cool stuff. So we're obviously super passionate about this project, and we could probably do it on our own, just like Jesse and me, just working on it, for free. The thing is, though, we want to get the best talent we could possibly find, artists, programmers, and they're expensive. So in order to avoid taking out mortgages on our organs, we need your help. We need your support.
That's not the first time I've heard developers doing that to make things happen, right? Especially indie guys, you know?
Motion capture people, programmers, everything under the sun, everything that we need to make this the best that it possibly could be.
We want to take the production values and blow them completely out of the water. So this doesn't look like a tech demo, it looks like a full polished production. So during the next month, we're going to be streaming constantly, we're going to have events, giveaways, contests. Yeah, contests.
And get this,
Yeah,
you'll get to vote on
I definitely
certain
detect the
aspects of
passion.
our project.
Yeah,
Who knows
absolutely.
what they could be? I don't know, but your opinion is going to matter.
And you've got to keep checking back, because we're going to be keeping this thing going the entire month. And it's going to be crazy.
Maybe they should run our live
So
stream.
many updates.
Dude,
so many
they're
things,
like
so you gotta
into
keep
it,
your
doing all the
fingers on the
things.
pulse of this project. Do you like Fantasia? Do you like the Animatrix? Do you like Tron? Do you like Pink Floyd's The Wall?
Just
this
Pink Floyd.
I don't know. If you do, this may be for you.
So we encourage you to grab the demo. Whether or not you have an Oculus, it'll work fine without it. And we'll be in the studio going out of our minds.
Making the magic happen. Thank you guys so much for your support. We're really looking forward to this, but now we gotta get back to work.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff to do. It's going to be crazy. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Cool. So yeah, that's Neurin. Yeah, the idea like virtual concerts, putting yourself in, you know, places like that, other people can actually go with you. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like you can even do live events that way in the future. It kind of reminded me of those old silent parties where everybody goes to a silent disco. You have their own headphones on. So they're all listening to the same music, but like in meet space. This is gonna be similar for the actual VR space. So super cool stuff there. The world's first virtual reality rock opera they're trying to do. So they are second, and we will be giving them also an $18,000 grant. So congratulations!
Awesome,
to those
congratulations!
guys. And yeah, check out their Kickstarter and feel free to back them. Really, really cool stuff there.
And they have a demo that you can try already, I guess.
Yep. All right, so this next one is so we got here. All right, Dead Static Drive. Now this one hasn't been very public for very long. It came across the first I noticed it was in the grants process.
Okay, yeah, I haven't seen this one yet.
So yeah, is there audio on this one too? I can't tell. You can hear it? Okay, can you hear what he's saying? Great. I'm going to drop it and I'm going to tell you what he's saying. Great. So, Dead Static Drive. This is created by a guy named Mike Butsney. He's an independent developer. He's building it pretty much by himself. And it's kind of got a Kentucky Route Zero vibe to it, but it's Grand Theft Auto style. So you're kind of, top down, triangle, you hop out, it tells you where you are when you go. Beautiful game.
We have a full-on road trip kind of thing here?
No, so it's he calls it a comic book styled 80s themed driving horror game.
That will soon be filled with.
Oh, is it?
Oh, there is sound, yeah.
Is it better, Jeremy? Thanks. Thanks, buddy. So, or Grand Theft Cthulhu, is what he says. Apparently, there's a lot of super weirdness, really incredible stuff there too. So,
oh, cool.
Yeah, characters are hyper stylized, low poly, muted color palettes.
Yeah, it has that Ico kind of look to it.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I love the super stringy shadows and stuff.
Yeah, the lighting style is really neat.
Yeah, he sent in another video that's got a little bit more gameplay to it as well. It's not public, so I can't necessarily show it here, but the game looks fantastic. Super excited about this one. I want him to put a Kickstarter up so I can give him money. You know what I mean? I want to help him fund this game. This is something I would most certainly play. We circled around the office and people were big fans. He's really going out of his way to park. No, maybe not. She, I should say.
Oh
no, I
Jack
really
that
didn't care
car.
that much. Yeah, one of the better stuff here. So, no, not quite. And run up here, chase some birds. No big deal.
That's cool.
I want to get to the diner.
So congratulations,
there.
then. Yeah.
So Mike Butsney, Dead Static Drive will be receiving our third grant of the day for $15,000. So congratulations. And we'll be following up with everybody on those, next week with these guys, and we'll start with the backlog of others. This is the first of many. We got very many grants to give away, right? So keep submitting. We've seen some incredible stuff come across. We're still parsing through some of our backlog because GDC and stuff, but really excited, really happy for these guys. That's all I got.
That's awesome.
Cool. We are at time. Any closing thoughts?
Oh, no, just great show.
Yeah.
Check out the Large World Kite demo online on YouTube if you haven't, or I think it's on Vimeo.
Yeah, are we making that available ever?
We definitely want to.
Okay.
So I'm not sure when.
Cool.
But we definitely want to, and I'm certain that people would learn a lot from seeing how we put it all together. And
check it out. Inside with the old diner style.
Oh yeah, awesome.
Anyway, sorry. Continue.
Yeah, and so we'll get it released. We'll figure it out.
Okay. Oh yeah. I also wanted to mention Mike about Mike. He's got he's really active on his Twitter talking about the game too. You can find him at I think it's Mike. No, he is Kurt Russell Fan Club.
What?
That's his Twitter name. So yeah. Let's see if we can find it on here. Hang on.
Is that serious?
Oh, actually, he goes by Mike Butsney on Twitter. Let's see. Yeah. Kurt Russell Fan Club.
So, Chance, when is the next stream we're doing?
The next stream we are doing today is going to be on, let's see, Tech Art Talks. So, yeah, we'll have those guys back up here to tell everybody. And, we hope you've enjoyed. Thanks for hanging out with us. All you guys online, all you guys here, come by the booth. Well, you're already at the booth, but
you
come
can
by.
stay.
Move this way into all the excellent games. Yeah, chat with the Epic devs. We're all here for you guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
I'm Tim Sweeney, the founder of Epic Games, creators of the Unreal Engine. Through 4 generations, we've provided tools and technology empowering developers to realize their creative visions. With Unreal Engine 4, we're taking revolutionary steps to open the engine up to the world. As of today, we're making Unreal Engine 4 freely available for everybody to download and use. Unreal Engine 4 is freely available for game development, for education, for VR, for film, or for any other form of creative expression you can dream up. And you can ship your project commercially with a 5% royalty to Epic. It's a business model open to everybody, and one in which we succeed only when you succeed. So come to UnrealEngine.com, download the software, and start creating.